Hi, welcome to the internet. We've gotten about 7 minutes of footage from Transformers Earthspark today, as well as cast reveals and toy reveals, and I think they look very promising. Let's dive into it, first with the cast. So for about 5 years, Transformers shows only had non-union voice actors, and we had cheap Peter Cullen impressions for a while. Go! But with Nickelodeon doing a Transformers show, I was pretty hopeful that we'd get actual union actors again. And as soon as I heard the child's voice in the first teaser for Earthspark,
"You're a Transformer!"
I knew it was union. Because this child saying, "You're a Transformer," sounded better than anything I'd heard from a Transformers show for the last, half decade.
We did it! We caught an Autobot!
Let me be hopeful that Peter Cullen might return, since keeping him out of things was a budgetary measure. But as time went on, more and more info came out, highlighting an all-new cast of Earthspark, so I figured Peter Cullen probably wouldn't be in this. And it turns out it is Alan Tudyk. And I'm perfectly fine with this, because he's not doing an impression of Peter Cullen. He's doing his own take on the character like Gary Chalk did with Optimus Primal back in the 90s.
The first of Cybertronian kind to be part of our world. And this one, I can think of no better human protectors than you and your family.
I think he sounds great. I like Alan Tudyk. It's such a left field choice for this character. I'm all in. What I am thrilled about is Danny Pudi as Bumblebee. That is absolutely perfect, and I never would have considered it.
Transforming is easy. It's literally our name.
Multiple times I have said, ooh, I want Lin-Manuel Miranda to voice Bumblebee, and I showed this one specific clip from DuckTales, because that's what I have downloaded. And standing next to Gizmo Duck in this clip is the red duck, Huey, voiced by Danny Pudi. So it's right under my nose. Danny Pudi is perfect for Bumblebee. He has such a great voice. I love him in Community. Looking at the rest of the main cast here, we'll go through the main Transformers. Rory McCain from Game of Thrones is going to voice Megatron, and an actress named Cissy Jones is the voice of Alita 1. What I assume is our human protagonist, Robbie Malto, is actually voiced by a woman named Sydney Michaela, so it's full, Tara Strong voicing Timmy Turner going on here. And his little sister's actually voiced by what appears to be someone of the correct age demographic. Her name is Zion Broadnax. I may have said that wrong, I apologize if I did. The two new mysterious Transformers are named Twitch Malto and Thrash Malto, voiced by Catherine Kivari and Zeno Robinson. And I know who Zeno is. Zeno's been in a lot of great stuff. I love the sound of his voice, so I'm really excited for him to be in a Transformers show. Notice that these two Transformers have the humans' last names. That's interesting, and we learn more about that in the footage. I assume Dot Malto and Alex Malto are the parents of the kids, voiced by Benny Latham and John Briones. I'm not familiar with those actors. And we get a human villain in the main cast named Mandroid, voiced by Diedrich Bader, who's another mainstream actor who's in a lot of animated shows, whether you know his name or not. All in all, this is a cast that I'm really excited about. Everyone who I'm familiar with, I really like them in the previous stuff they've been in. Every character we've heard in these teasers sounds great, so I have no reason to worry about anyone else. To dive into the footage, first there was about a 1.5-minute teaser, so I'm going to go ahead and play that.
Bumblebee, I have a new mission. Train our youngest members.
Transforming is easy. It's literally our name.
The first of Cybertronian kind to be part of our world. And this one, I can think of no better human protectors than you and your family.
Optimus always sees the bright side, even when there isn't one.
Arachnomax, tear them limb from limb. Stand down, mad droid.
Bumblebee? I'm not leaving until you're safe.
Transformers Earthspark. Stream with your family this fall. Exclusively on Paramount Plus.
I'm not gonna bother going frame by frame and saying in this shot it looks like Optimus is standing. I wonder what the significance is, because I don't know, you can probably get that yourself. I'm not gonna speculate, because if I'm wrong then I'd be very embarrassed forever. So I'll just make no guesses. That way I'm on the right side of history. Things that stand out to me are that Alita 1 transforms into a truck, which I really like. I'll talk more about this in a little bit, but it looks like Bobby and Mo, accidentally create Twitch and Thrash. And you'll see the full clip in detail that'll show next. Wheeljack's in it. Swindle's in it. The Insecticons are in it. It looks like someone on Instagram noticed a red guy in a shot behind Swindle. I have no guesses as to who that is, because I don't want to be wrong again. I had a whole thumbnail that was like, maybe this is Optimus. Now I'm an idiot. Now I look like an idiot. That's embarrassing. Someone is reading a comic book that looks like the old Marvel comics, which means that Transformers fiction is released in this universe, which I really like. Bumblebee's design is great. A lot of people have been making fun of the Earthspark Optimus design. And I won't lie, when this face was first revealed, I laughed really hard. It's very goofy. Now granted, my favorite Optimus Prime's face looks like this, so I'm one to talk. I think it looks fine in animation, but it's a very goofy face, and it's unfortunate that he's still constrained to the evergreen design style, especially since... Oh my god. Twitch and Thrash have really unique looking designs. I love that all of the explosions are 2D assets. At the very least, they're 3D cel-shaded to look 2D, I'm not really sure. Same with all the laser effects and dust as well. I love when they mix mediums like that. I think it's well animated. I like the way it looks. I think it visually is a step up from the first season of Cyberverse. There's just more money poured into it is the difference. Now to go into the full-length 5-minute clip that they released. Since this one's a lot longer, I'll just be pausing to intermittently share my thoughts as it goes.
Things aren't always what they seem.
Megatron is a helicopter again, for the first time since the hit show Transformers Animated in 2007. That show is really good.
No way! You're a Transformer!
There's more to this than meets the eye.
Slow down! I don't have turbo legs!
I'll fix this, then you go. Got it?
Robbie?
Quit shaking the bridge, Mo.
Robbie!
Run!
What are those things?
Run and don't let go!
And they survive an explosion, and they survive jumping off a bridge.
You okay, Mo?
I'll be better when I'm further away from those spider things.
Yeah, let's get you back to the house.
Does this mean you're staying now? Here with me and Mom and Dad?
Stop doing that.
Doing what?
Trying to control my life!
What's wrong with you, Robbie? The big brother I know would never go on an adventure without me.
He disappeared when we left the city. There's nothing here worth staying for.
Not even me?
Well, that's not... I don't...
You're my brother! So anyway, I have not seen any of the reception to this at all. I haven't looked, but I know there's probably going to be 100 people saying, oh, the human characters are so obnoxious! I'm gonna go watch Transformers Prime, where it's edgy and epic. But it's like, human characters are always obnoxious.
You can leave my protection to Bulkhead. Thank you very much.
Stop it! Both of you!
We haven't had human characters in like 5 years. Let's just be grateful. There's plenty of precedent in the Transformers franchise for immature, annoying human characters to mature as time goes on. Back in Transformers Prime Season 1, Mika was unbearable. We couldn't stand her, but by Season 3, we were all cheering her on as she beat up Starscream in a mech suit. So I would not be surprised at all if that happens again, since that tends to... hit my elbow. Since that tends to happen.
Huh. Just a cool glowy cave.
Take it easy, John Henry.
There's nothing like this in Philly.
You think anyone's ever been down here before?
Somebody had to leave that. That's how scary movies start. It could be a mutant lightning bug egg, or turn your hand into goo, or maybe it's the cursed eyeball of a dinosaur god. Ooh, you broke it.
No, I didn't. See? It's fine. Give me a hand.
What's happening? Robbie, make it let go! I can't get it off! Robbie!
What are they? Are they?
Afraid of us? You felt that too, right?
Totally. It was like this sleeve thing was sending me feels from someone else.
From Twitch and Thrash.
How do we know their names?
I think we're connected to them? Robbie?
Mo?
They know our names too. Mo!
So it appears that they have like psychic links with the two Transformers that they just created. And that's why the Transformers have their last names. So they're probably like siblings or something. And that's interesting. Every Transformers show has its own continuity. They can reinvent how the lore works. I find that really cool. I'm excited to see where this goes. And finally, at the San Diego Comic-Con, we got a look at the Earthspark action figures, the hit toys. So I remember when Dark of the Moon came out in 2011, I was like 10 or 11, and I was like, Transformers toys just aren't as good as they used to be anymore. They're so small. And I could not have possibly predicted what was gonna come over the next few years. And it just became kind of well known that Transformers shows for kids, they get really bad toys. But you know what? Earthspark, they don't look bad. I'm not really into the toys. I doubt I'll buy any of these. But look at these. These don't look like awful figures. Even the human guy, Dr. Robotnik or whatever they're calling him. Mandroid, he's getting a toy. The human guy's getting a toy. Bumblebee looks shiny for some reason. Like, these look better than the Cyberverse Deluxes, which were like the cream of the crop of Cyberverse toys. So, just a lot more money and attention is going into Earthspark. What I find really interesting is that it says, streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Exclusively on Paramount Plus.
So are they not putting this on the air anymore? Because that was their original plan. Their plan was to put this on Nickelodeon. Did they just change course shuffle things around to get people to the streaming service. Because that's depressing. Everything's locked behind a paywall. I guess it'd still be locked behind a paywall if it were on TV. But you don't really think about the paywall when you're watching TV. So that's kind of depressing, but at least it's like a mainstream streaming service. Not like the Australia exclusive Schnoople Slop streaming service that 3 episodes of Cyberverse would go on before switching to a new streaming service in Switzerland for the next 7, you know. At least it's consistent. So anyway, Transformers Earthspark. I think it looks neat. I really like the creative team behind it. As I said in the last video, I like the cast, I like the art style, I like the animation. It looks like good. I'm not worried at all. I think it's going to be cool. So, those are my thoughts on Transformers Earthspark, the new hit show. Let me know what your thoughts are.